After being dropped off at school by his stepmother early one morning in June 2010, Kyron Horman vanished and has never been seen or heard from again. Shortly after 8 a.m. on Friday, June 4, 2010, 7-year-old second grader Kyron Horman arrived at Skyline Elementary School in Portland, Oregon. The science fair was being held that day, and he, in his CSI t-shirt, was setting up his project with the help of his stepmother, Terry Moulton. A fellow student claimed to have seen Kyron at 9 a.m. near the school's south entrance. However, Horman did not report to any classes that day. He also didn't board the bus to go home and hasn't been seen since. It was Horman's stepmother, Terry Moulton, who was the last family member to see Kyron alive as he walked down the hallway to a class that morning. Moulton failed a polygraph test 2 times, and she has since divorced Horman's father. She is listed as a suspect by the court and her own lawyers. A local newspaper puts Moulton at 2 different grocery stores until 10:10 that morning. Between then and 11:39 a.m., her whereabouts cannot be accounted for. Moulton claims she was driving up and down country roads with her infant daughter Kiara, trying to soothe her ear infection, before checking into a 24-hour fitness about 11 miles away at 11:39 a.m., where she stayed for an hour. At 1:21 p.m., Moulton said she went home, logged into Facebook, and posted photos of Horman at school with his science project from that morning. Moulton and Kyron's father, Kane, waited for the school bus to arrive at 3:30 p.m., but Kyron didn't get off. When they drove to the school and found out that Horman had been marked absent all day, they called the police. Thus began the largest missing persons search in Oregon history to date. Kyron's biological parents, Kane Horman and Desiree Young, divorced when Kyron was small. They shared custody until Desiree became seriously ill with kidney problems and had to move back in with her parents. At this point, she gave full custody of Kyron to Kane. Kane then married Terry Moulton. They had a daughter, Kiara. The marriage was rocky, according to friends of the family. It was later found that Moulton had so much disdain for Kyron, and she blamed all her marital problems on him. Initially, Moulton was not a suspect in Kyron Horman's disappearance. The first polygraph was inconclusive, and there were obvious gaps in her routine that day that couldn't be accounted for. For 10 days, Kyron was simply considered a missing person. After 10 days, however, police announced it was officially a criminal investigation. In July 2010, a landscaper who worked for Moulton went to the police station. He told the police that 6 months earlier, Moulton offered him money to kill her husband. Detectives shared the landscaper's story with Kane, and he left the house on June 26th with the couple's 19-month-old daughter, Kiara. He hired an attorney and filed divorce papers and a restraining order against Moulton. Unfortunately, police have no other suspects and there is no body. Kane says they have literally found nothing, no clues or evidence of Kyron's location. To this day, the Multnomah County Sheriff's Department is still actively seeking any and all leads in the case. Kyron remains missing and his case remains unsolved.